This is a PokePress special report. Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at Pegasus Games in Madison, Wisconsin, at one of the Pokemon trading card game X and Y Primal Clash pre-releases. I'm here with Dallas Wright, who is one of the participants in the Masters division of today's tournament. And Dallas, we just have a few questions. We've picked out a good set of cards, and we're going to go through them. So the first one we've picked out is Sharpedo EX. Obviously one of the big EXs from this set. What does it do, and what do you like about the card?
Hey, well, one of my favorite things about the card is just the fact that it is Sharpedo. Sharpedo has and probably always will be one of my favorites. I just like the design of them. I like the typing in the video game, of course. But for the trading card game, he's really taking a cool role where his first attack for a darkness and a colorless energy is called Hunt, and you switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon and do 30 damage to it. I'm really excited to get an attacker that essentially has a Lysander built in it to switch out your opponent's Pokemon and do a little bit of damage as well to it. Its second attack is very good, not as exciting to me as the first. For 2 darkness energy and 1 colorless, Jagged Fang discards an energy attached to the Sharpedo EX and discards an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. It does 100 damage. Something interesting to note is it does not specify basic energy, so you can discard double colorless energy. We're seeing a couple new special energies, being the shield energy and a new fairy type energy. I'm not exactly sure what the name of that is, but that can really cripple your opponent, and both of those attacks together make this pretty rounded out. One problem I do see with it is 170 HP. Which I'd like it to be 180, but what can you do? It's already so powerful, and you're looking at the full art with me right now, and it's pretty sweet looking, if I can say so myself.
Yeah, the card art itself definitely looks intimidating. The next couple cards we have are a little bit interrelated. So the first one you picked out is Doublade, and it's got an attack that might be useful in the right hands. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the card?
Yeah, so I actually played the pre-release in Rockford, Illinois, and did quite well with this Doublade combo. Its first attack for 2 colorless is False Swipe, and you flip a coin. If heads, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. This is very similar to a Raticate card that we saw in the format. I've seen a lot of decks feature that Raticate with a Mew EX, using its versatile ability to do some damage to that Pokemon, use a Hypnotoxic Laser, you got a knockout right there. What I like about Doublade is it is a Stage 1 evolution, so that is going to help out with the Pyroar problem. It is a lackluster 80 HP, and it has a weakness to fire, but the next 2 cards that we're going to talk about will kind of take care of those issues.
Yeah, so first off, let's talk about the Stadium card that came out in this set, Shrine of Memories. We've kind of seen this effect before. What does it do?
What this does is it allows you to use each previous evolution's attacks. So we saw this in the form of Celebi EX, so you could put out a Celebi and you could use any attack from your former forms. And I'm really excited about this because, especially for Night March decks, Night March decks will finally allow Pumpkaboo to evolve into Gourgeist and use that Night March attack, and even attach a Grass Energy and get that monstrous 200 hit points. Before that, you had to waste a spot on your bench with Celebi, which is pretty frail, and you're not going to use it to attack ever. So this doesn't take up a spot on your bench. It is a Stadium, so it's pretty easy to get out of play, but you know, if I think that I'm going to be changing my Night March deck right when this set becomes legal, and I'm going to start running a bunch of these. But also, I am very excited to use it in conjunction with Doublade's evolution, which is Ageislash. So, Ageislash, once you get it into play, you see that its first ability will be Miracle Guard. Each of your Pokemon has no weakness. That's not your opponent's Pokemon, that's just yours. So, you have no more Fire-type weakness, which was hindering both Doublade and Ageislash. A lot of things will just one-shot that, including Pyroar. So this will live an attack from Pyroar. It will be able to use that False Swipe if you have the Shrine of Memories in play. It's got 140 hit points, which is very respectable for a Stage 2, in my opinion. And then its first and only attack is Protect Charge. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20 after applying weakness and resistance. So it's doing 80 damage. It's allowed to use the false swipe, so that 80 damage is not relying on a flip at all. So once that false swipe has happened, you're taking out Pokemon if you don't have that laser. I'm really looking forward to using this in a combo somehow. That could be with or without Ageislash, but I'm also a big Ageislash fan, so I'm going to try and use it with it first and see how that works. Overall, a very exciting set.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see if, Bronzong has been in the format for a while, hasn't quite made the splash that maybe some people thought. We'll have to see if some of these cards can help push it over into more mainstream acceptance. All right, well, thank you very much, Dallas. This has been Stephen Reich from Pegasus Games in Madison, Wisconsin, at one of the Pokemon trade card game X and Y Primal Clash pre-releases. This has been a PokePress special report.